Arsenal prepares shocking sale of Tomiyasu and targets champion to replace him. Viktor Gyokeres makes explosive statement that could directly impact Arsenal's transfer plans. And Wright reveals the secret to beating Man City. Stay with me until the end of the video to check out the latest Arsenal news straight from the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. Takehiro Tomiyasu's future at Arsenal seems uncertain right now. Arsenal boasts the best defense in the Premier League, with almost all their defenders being among the top in the country. On his day, Tomiyasu is a quality player who can perform in any position across the backline, which makes him a crucial part of the squad. However, his constant battle with injuries has made him a bit unreliable, raising questions about his long-term role in the team. Tomiyasu has been plagued by injuries since arriving at Arsenal. The Japanese international has missed 44 games for both club and country since February 2022, and with his current injury, that number is only going to rise. This isn't ideal for Arsenal, and it's likely why Mikel Arteta is already considering life without him by 2025. According to Interlive, Tomiyasu could be someone Arteta is willing to let go. It's even been reported that either his agents or Arsenal have offered him to Inter Milan, suggesting the club might be ready to move on from the defender. Inter Milan might not be in urgent need of Tomiyasu at the moment, but there's someone at the San Siro that Mikel Arteta has his eyes on: Jan Bisek. According to reports, if Arsenal can offload Tomiyasu in the January transfer window, they'll look to make a move for Bisek. Arteta is said to be a big fan of the German defender who played a key role in Inter's Serie A title win in 2023-24. It's also claimed that Arsenal are preparing an offer of around £21 million to bring Bisek to the Emirates. Who is Jan Bisek? Jan Bisek is a 23-year-old German defender currently with Inter Milan. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches, he's been described as a colossus due to his impressive size and strength, which allows him to completely dominate his opponents. Bisek is known for his fearlessness in both ground and aerial duels, which likely appeals to Arteta. He's also a powerful runner and has even been compared to Manchester City legend Yaya Toure by breaking the lines. On paper, Bisek seems like a perfect fit for Arsenal. If Tomiyasu does depart in January, Bisek could turn out to be a very smart acquisition for the Gunners. However, it's still uncertain if any clubs will be interested in Tomiyasu given his troubling injury history. Viktor Gyokeres makes explosive statement that could directly impact Arsenal's transfer plans. Arsenal are among several clubs keeping a close eye on Viktor Gyokeres. The Swedish striker has been on fire this season, scoring 8 goals and adding 3 assists in just 6 appearances for Sporting across all competitions. Arsenal have previously sent scouts to monitor Gyokeres and are well aware of his abilities. Despite Eddie Nketiah's departure from the Emirates, Mikel Arteta chose not to invest in a new striker during the summer transfer window. Additionally, Arsenal weren't planning to bring in a striker in the January transfer window either. However, recent developments regarding Gyokeres might prompt the Gunners to reconsider their position. According to Football Transfers, Gyokeres is disappointed that he was unable to secure a move away from Sporting this summer, as Arsenal were amongst the clubs interested in securing his services. The Portuguese outfit have now recognized the forward's mood and would be willing to let him leave for substantially less than his £85 million release clause. Given this opportunity to sign Gyokeres for a discounted price, Arsenal sporting director Edu Gaspar may well feel that the chance is too good to miss. Arsenal should act quickly to secure Viktor Gyokeres if they get the chance to sign him at a bargain price. The team has been cautioned that their lack of depth in attacking options could hurt their Champions League campaign this season. Bringing Gyokeres in mid-season could be crucial for Arsenal's push for major trophies. While Kai Havertz has been impressive up front under Arteta, there are concerns about Gabriel Jesus' form and fitness. Leandro Trossard is usually used in a wide role, so if Havertz were to get injured, Arsenal would struggle to find a suitable long-term replacement. This highlights the importance of adding a player like Gyokeres to provide depth and strengthen their attack. 2 Arsenal stars return to training in huge injury boost for Mikel Arteta before Atalanta clash. Arsenal are gearing up for a challenging trip to face Atalanta in their first Champions League match of the season, but they've just received a significant boost. Mikel Arteta managed to guide Arsenal to a win in the North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur despite a number of key players being sidelined. Martin Odegaard and Mikel Merino were out with injuries, and with Declan Rice suspended, Arteta had to manage without his top midfield trio trio, defender Alexander Zinchenko was also missing, along with Riccardo Calafiori, Takehiro Tomiyasu, and Kieran Tierney, leaving Arsenal short on the bench. Despite this, Jurrien Timber stepped up and played a full 90 minutes at left back. Bukayo Saka, who had to limp off during the Spurs game with a suspected injury, might now have his fitness concerns eased. Meanwhile, new signing Calafiori, who was absent against Spurs due to an injury sustained during the international break, might be available for the Champions League clash. Riccardo Calafiori returns to Arsenal training ahead of Atalanta trip. Arsenal are partaking in their final training session in North London before flying to Bergamo, where they will face Europa League winners Atalanta. With a trip to Manchester City coming straight after, Arsenal may need to rotate where they can, and Arteta has been handed a major boost as Calafiori has now returned to training. Journalist Charles Watts is in attendance at Arsenal's open training session, and he revealed on X that Calafiori has joined his teammates on the pitch at the Soba Realty Training Center. Players are now starting to come out. Calafiori is back. Calafiori could therefore be in line to make his first Arsenal start in his native Italy, and he may be a necessary inclusion. Bukayo Saka returns to Arsenal training after suspected injury. Saka had to limp off during the Spurs match, with Ethan Nwaneri coming on as his replacement. Fortunately, it was later revealed that Saka was just suffering from cramp and nothing more serious. The England international is now back in training with the team and is expected to be fit for the trip to Atalanta. However, it might make sense to give Saka, along with a few other key players, some rest. With new signing Raheem Sterling ready to step in, Arteta could use this opportunity to rotate the squad and keep his stars fresh. Riccardo Calafiori could replace Jurrien Timber against Atalanta. Timber was impressive against Tottenham, but given that he is still on his way to full fitness, a rest could be of huge benefit to him. The Dutchman has regularly started this season and even played for the Netherlands in the international break. Timber missed almost the entirety of last season after picking up a cruciate ligament injury on his debut, and his minutes need to be managed carefully. If Calafiori is deemed fit, the Atalanta game could be the perfect opportunity for him to make his full debut and replace Timber, who could come back in at Man City. Ian Wright calls for Gabriel Martinelli to make important change to help Arsenal beat Man City. Gabriel Martinelli seems to be struggling with a dip in confidence, and it was evident in Arsenal's North London derby win against Tottenham Hotspur. Martinelli put in a solid effort defensively and worked hard throughout the game. However, he missed a crucial chance when he was put through on goal by Leandro Trossard in the first half. Bukayo Saka was also making a run inside, ready to tap in if needed. Martinelli's shot was disappointing as he fired a weak effort straight at Spurs goalkeeper Guglielmo Vicario, which left him and his teammates frustrated. The Brazilian is looking to bounce back from a tough season last year, marked by injuries and inconsistent form. With Arsenal set to face Manchester City in their next Premier League match, there's no room for mistakes in front of goal. Arsenal legend Ian Wright has weighed in, acknowledging Martinelli's frustration, but stressing that he needs to adjust his approach if he starts at the Etihad Stadium. Speaking on the Wrighty's House podcast, Wright claimed that Martinelli's frustration may be stemming from his battle for a starting spot with Trossard. This is why Gabby, again, his mindset at the moment for me is one of because Trossard's going to play and he doesn't know if he's going to play. He feels like he has to prove something. Wright explained, "He's playing with that. I need to get my chance. I need to take it so people can say, yeah, we can't forget Gabby." Whereas he's just got to do what he does and getting past people, get the ball across. If we score a goal, everything settles down and then we may be able to create something else, get that first goal, because the wins now are so important when Arsenal get those opportunities. Whilst a goal would be a major boost for Martinelli's confidence, Wright has called for the 23-year-old to be willing to pass instead of shooting if he finds himself in a similar situation against Man City. Going back to that chance when Gabby should have maybe squared it to Saka, if that happens again next week, I just want him to understand it's a long season. We're 4 games in, you'll get your goals, Wright added. I know you're probably worried about your position in the team because other players are playing very well and you feel you have to prove something in your mind in scoring a goal, but I think an assist in this situation is just as important so the team can get it done. Martinelli is a top-class winger when at his best, and over the course of the season, he will hope to find his best form in front of goal. But if he plays a selfless role against Man City and continues to work hard defensively, he could help Arsenal win even without getting on the score sheet. Well, folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.